I reviewed the Halios Universa just a few weeks ago. The Universa is the non-dive watch sibling to the watch we're looking at today, the Halios Fairwind. The Fairwind aims to be a successful follow-up to the Seaforth while packing in the same value, wearability, and looks. Has Halios managed to complete a 1-2 punch as both a follow-up to the Seaforth and as a combo with the Universa? Let's find out. I'll say right off the bat, the Fairwind exceeded my expectations. I say that coming into this review after looking at the Universa. The Universa is an amazing watch, and I was honestly expecting to be lukewarm towards the Fairwind. It is a little more plain Jane than the Universa, even with the dive bezel. However, Halios has managed to make simple great again. Even though the Fairwind comes in slightly larger than the Universa at 39mm wide, 48mm lug to lug, and a wrist to crystal measurement of 10.5mm, I found they wore almost exactly the same. The extra 1.5mm in case height is completely offset by the case design. The difference is almost imperceptible while being worn. If you told me the two watches had the same dimensions, I would believe you. The Fairwind brings a little more wrist presence when looking at it straight on because of the dive bezel, but I think it offers a more complete look. No matter how you look at it, the Fairwind is a masterclass in case design. The lugs and undercuts on the case bring down the perceived size of the watch to make it wearable for any wrist. In the Universa review, I said how much I love the clasp design and the quick micro adjust was great, but a little difficult to tighten while on the wrist. A simple push of the button usually loosens it up easily enough, but tightening requires a little more finesse. A fellow watch lover gave me a trick by using 3 fingers to tighten it easily while on the wrist, and I'll say I stand corrected on how to tighten it. The Fairwind is a beautifully designed watch. Many brands, micro or otherwise, are constantly looking for ways to add new elements to their watches and overcomplicating them. Halios went back to basics and drew inspiration from what made skin divers from decades gone by some of the most sought-after watches of their time. The simple dial layout with minimal text and distractions makes the Fairwind easy to read and a pleasure to look at. This isn't to say anything on the Fairwind is off the shelf, quite the contrary. The hands feature beveled edges, brushing and polishing, and even the seconds hand adds a touch of flair to keep the Fairwind from looking too plain. The hands, markers, and bezel are filled with tons of lume. It is a watch that both looks modern and vintage without straying too far into the Fotina or vintage reissue world. There are plenty of brands out there who could take some notes from this watch. One of my favorite things about the Fairwind is the 60-click bezel. I've professed my love for 60-click bezels in other reviews, and I love seeing it here. It stays in line with the skin diver aesthetic the Fairwind is going for, and Halios even kept it bi-directional. While some may have an issue with it being bi-directional, I'm not taking this diving anytime soon, so it stays practical for me. Even though the Fairwind can be difficult to find, Halios has been putting them out in waves, so they should be readily available at some point in the near future. Even at inflated second-hand prices, the Fairwind is still a great value. The MSRP of $775 is one of the best values in a dive watch under $1,000. If you've been looking for a modern skin diver and options from the larger brands aren't quite doing it for you, the Halios Fairwind is exactly what you're looking for. Thanks for checking out the video review. If you're interested in a full write-up on the Universa, head over to watchclicker.com. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe.